Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, hi, wherever you are in the world. My name is Charlotte Robbins. I am from Australia and I am here to show you guys all the books that I read in September. This is my monthly wrap up. I'm literally so excited because I finally started to get out of my slump. Not my favorite amount of books that I've read in a month, but I still feel like it's good. It hit the double digits, which is what I wanted. That was like my first goal. So we did it. So let's get into it. I just wanted to say I have several books in this video that are not physical because I either listened to them on Audible or they are currently being borrowed. So I will just show display pictures on the screen for you if I don't have them with me right now. Okay, so here are the books. Okay, so the first book I read, unfortunately, I'm kind of upset about this because I feel like I need to reread it. Because I'll be honest with you, it just was a bit challenging for me to understand. I was like, I don't understand. There's a world that's already been created right now, but everyone's told me that I have to read this book first. I was so confused at everything that was going on. I found that some of the conversations that they were having were really cute. But yeah, I ended up reading The Assassin's Blade. This is the first... It's like it's the Throne of Glass novellas. So apparently there's like, not apparently. So there is a few little mini stories in this book. And I think they're all prior to the Throne of Glass like series. So there's The Assassin's Blade, Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, Heir of Fire, Queen of Shadows, Empire of Storms, Tower of Dawn, Kingdom of Ash. I thought I had to read this first. Still enjoyed lots of moments, and I felt like I was really enjoying hearing all about Selena, like, because I'm sure she is the main protagonist. I'm very excited. She's on the front cover of all of the actual all the rest of the books in the series, I'm pretty sure. So I still enjoyed it. I just didn't really understand what was going on. So it makes me upset, but pretty much, like, I'll read the blurb so you can understand it. The twist of a knife, the birth of a legend. Selena Sardothian owes her reputation to Boran Hamel. He gave her home at the Assassin's Guild and taught her the skills she needed to survive. Oh my god, I said a Boran. Sorry, it's Arobin. I thought that was weird. Arobin. Arobin's enemies stretched far and wide. From Adalan's rooftops and its filthy dens to remote islands and hostile deserts, Selena is duty-bound to hunt them down, but behind the assignments lies a dark truth that will seal her fate and cut her heart in two forever. It says the prequels of the international bestseller Throne of Glass. So yeah, I would like to obviously reread this probably after reading all the other books. I'm not sure. I'm kind of upset. I might do like I might watch like a summary video to understand better about the Assassin's Blade Throne of Glass novellas. But I highly loved it still. I gave it a 3 stars. It's probably worth even more, to be honest, but it was just because I didn't really understand it, which sucks. The next book that I read was The Final Gambit by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This was the third book in the series. So I was reading this book in a reading vlog the day that the Brothers Hawthorne book came out, so I thought that was really funny and ironic. I still really enjoyed this. This was like, I'm not sure what the other one is about, like the next one. Everyone says that, you know, it's cute, but it's like they wish they had more of the other brothers. So I'm like, oh, but I did get it. I did buy it. So I will get to that eventually. I gave this one a 4.5 stars. Still found the mystery was great. It just, I don't know, I don't know what I wanted. Like, it's been a few weeks, so I've already forgotten. So I can't actually say anything about this book because it'll be a spoiler. It's part of a series, but it is the continuation of unraveling the mystery behind Tobias Hawthorne. Essentially, at the very start of the series, he has passed away, unfortunately, but he is a very, very wealthy man in, I forgot where it was, up in a big part of the USA. He frequents a lot of charities and lots of events and businesses, yada yada yada. He has this amazing house that has lots of secrets through the walls, etc. And he has 4 grandsons, and pretty much we just kind of work out why things are happening, why they were the way they were. There's a lot of, it's got a bit of a, it's mostly mystery, there's a lot of thriller, but yeah, this is just kind of like, I don't know if you can tell, like the main theme on the cover is chess. And when it got to that part in the book, I was so excited because I just find that it's such, like, that chess is a game that I think has a bit of magic to it. I genuinely feel like sometimes you might think of it chess straight away and just think boring. There's a lot of, like, it's all in the mind. You have to really use your mind, and I just find it so cool. It is so cool. But that's not like the main thing that happens in this book or anything. There's so much. There's clues and everything. I actually really surprised myself too, because I bought the series from Kmart of all places as well earlier on in this year. I'm pretty sure, like at the very start of this year, I constantly had kept seeing all three of those books on the shelves with this spine as well. Like the gorgeous spine, it's got that kind of like emblemy kind of vibe. And I was like, I'm just gonna get it. And I thought when I first bought this series, I was getting confused with the Final Print series. I think that's what it's called. Terms and Conditions, you know that one. I still haven't even read those books. I need to get to that eventually. I'm really bad. But yeah, I thought I was getting confused because when I picked this up, I didn't even look at the blurb. I was like, yeah, whatever. I thought I was going to see some sort of Disneyland thing, and then I realized, I was like, wait, this isn't it. And then it got even better. I was like, wait, this is a mystery? This is so cool. I loved it so much. So it's definitely a YA fiction. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I also would recommend the series to anyone. Like, Jennifer Lynn Barnes has been creating some fantastic novels. I haven't even got to her next few series. Everyone's all reading it right now. They're all rating them very high stars, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so late to the party. But I would have to say, if you want to get into any kind of mystery, thriller fiction, something to really like get your brain working, definitely start reading the Inheritance game series. That's what this is. This is the final game of the third one, but I would suggest definitely doing that. So yeah. Was a very strong 4.5 stars. So the next book that I have, I actually purchased this on Audible, and now I want to buy the physical copy because I really liked this. So this one was Before We Were Strangers. I will definitely be purchasing the physical copy because this is one for the library one day, something I will recommend as well. So Before We Were Strangers, this is by Renee Carlino. I gave this a 4.75 stars. I've seen a lot of creators and book readers give this 5 stars. I was very hesitant to even give it the 4 stars in the beginning. Please stay to know why. So I don't know why. I was finding, okay, the start of it was really great. And then just like while they were connecting, their very first connection and things were happening, I found it to be very cringe. Some things were very cringe for me. I don't know, like I was just laughing at like things that shouldn't have been laughed at. I don't know why I did that. And I found myself, I was like, upon reflecting afterwards, I was like, I shouldn't have done that, because then all of a sudden this big twist happens and I was like, what the fuck? I was genuinely so amazed by it. And then I was like, okay, this is really good. But before that, at that moment, I was like, I think this is going to be a 3-star book, you know? And I was just thinking to myself, I was like, sorry, my eyes are puffy, they're hurting. And I was just thinking to myself, I was like, I wonder why people are rating this such a high star book, you know? But it really ended up being a 4.75 star. It wasn't a full 5 star for me, just because obviously there were moments where I was like, oh, I didn't really like that. I don't know, but I just found this is also, it's got a good like fall setting. I know it's not even fall in Australia right now, but I just want to jump on the bandwagon because Australia is so small compared to America, and everything all revolves around America. I follow everyone. I'm so heavily influenced by America. So yeah, you guys are in fall. We are in spring right now. We're in the southern hemisphere, so it's a bit different. It's really hot as well every now and then, but this morning it was freezing. I don't know why. Anyway, I don't know why I'm saying this. Oh, I know why I'm saying this, because the book was giving that kind of like autumn fall aesthetic, which was really cute. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Pretty much from what I can remember, it feels like I've read this ages ago, even though it was in this month. From what I remember, it was about this girl who plays an instrument. I've already forgotten the instrument. I think it's I can't remember, the cello or the violin or whatever. She's a great, fantastic musician. She's awesome. and she moves in next door into this apartment building with this other guy who is a photographer, I'm pretty sure, a very good photographer. They meet, they're actually like really good bantery friends for a while, and then all of a sudden, connection happens. And I was like, from the get-go, I was rooting for this. I was like, I like this, like this is really cute, you know what I mean? And yeah, they were like going to people's going to like family events together and stuff. It was really, really cute. And yeah, obviously like there's gonna be some fights, some sort of shit that goes down that's out of their control. Bit of miscommunication as well. I didn't like that. I found it so uncomfy when there was miscommunication, but the physical intimacy was really, really good. I really enjoyed reading that and listening to it as well on Audible. I just thought it was really fantastic. A big twist happens. I literally cannot go further because then it's just going to be a huge spoiler, but so much happens still. It's just crazy. And obviously it says a love-hate story, but then they cross out the hate, so there's obviously a reason for why it says that on the book cover. But anyway, I really enjoyed it. 4.75 stars. Enjoyed it. I enjoyed the hell out of it. It was good. I read it in a whole day, whole one sitting. It was fantastic. So the next book I read, okay, sorry, but this one just needs like a massive drum roll. Heartless by Elsie Silver. This was a 5-star. This was a 5 freaking star. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I still think about this book. I still think about his son Luke. I still think about Cade and Willa and the spa and the front porch. Okay? I think about it all. I think about, oh my god, it was so cute, guys. I can't even deal. So pretty much it's about this girl Willa, who is Summer Hamilton's best friend. So Willa she's featured in the first book with Rhett and Summer, so that's Flawless by Elsie Silver. That one was also a 5-star, like so good. So yeah, Summer is the main character in the first book. She's constantly texting her best friend, so you see a glimpse into their personal lives together and you know how they communicate, their personalities. And then this book, Willa is the main character and Rhett's older brother Cade is the main character, so it's all about them pretty much. Cade is stressing himself out. He is a single parent. His ex-wife is a bit of a beast. She's a bit of a bitch. Very pretty though, apparently. And he's looking for a nanny to live with him for the 2 months to look after his beautiful young, oh, I love him so much, the beautiful young son, Luke Eaton. There's a guitar on here on the cover. The guitar is very symbolic because Willa plays the guitar. Willa, she's kind of lost in her life. She's around my age. I think she's 25 from my memory. And Cade is, I think, 30. He's in his late 30s. There is a reason for the split between Cade and his ex-wife. I can't go into it because it's a spoiler. But they obviously have Luke, their son. Luke only gets to see his mother once a year on his birthday, which kind of sucks. And Willa says she doesn't really have a lot of experience with kids. That just feels like a fat lie. She was so good from the get-go. The second that she met him, they just instantly clicked. They became best friends. But there's a, oh my god, I can't even say. So like, obviously, the first time Willa and Cade meet, they get along. They're like, it's cute. And then they meet again for the second time and he's so upset. He's so angry about it for a certain reason I can't say. Anyway, so she's contracted. She's finally starting to work. Things are blossoming between both Luke, the son, and Willa. They're really getting along. She's babysitting him really, really well. It's very family orientated. Like you get a glimpse into, you know, the grandpa and all the other brothers and Summer as well. Like it's just really cute. You know what I mean? Lots of course of events happen in this book and they're always along for the ride. Some crazy stuff happens as well. I don't think anything really triggering or scary, like there's nothing like that. It's a perfect summer country romance. And the reason for why I read this was because I was so late to the party with the Elsie Silver books. I had to get them though. And I'm in a warmer hemisphere right now. Like, it's spring, and spring is really hot in Australia. So I thought, why not read it, you know? Like, why not give it a go? This was a 5 stars in my eyes. I loved the ending as well. Like, I have a reading vlog. You would have seen it. I was crying. I was literally crying. I'll insert the reading vlog down below for both this one, and I think there's 2 other reading vlogs that are attached to. I've got a few reading vlogs. If you want to go click them below, have a little look. It's really, really cute. I just thoroughly enjoyed this so much. It was wicked. It was so good. I highly recommend, even though I've only read the 2. Okay, so the next book that I read was Everyone in This Room Someday Will Be Dead by Emily Austen. I gave this a 5 star. I did not think I was going to give it a 5 star when I first heard about it. I was like, oh, this seems like a bit of a literary fiction. It is. And I actually fully understood everything that was going on. I just cannot believe my mind. I think it's because I fucking connected to it. Like, I really connected to it. So it's about this really funny girl. It's giving Fleabag. I don't know if any of you have watched Fleabag. You need to watch it, by the way. That's another recommendation. It's amazing. So it's giving the Fleabag aesthetic, especially with the protagonist of the book, Gilda. Gilda gives off Fleabag vibes, but Gilda is an out lesbian, and pretty much Gilda's life is just kind of, it's a little bit chaotic in the beginning. Well, it's chaotic the whole time, and she is just trying to find her way with, you know, people that she surrounds herself with, and pretty much she passes this church, and I can't really remember, it's been a while, but I can't remember why she was passing the church or if she was going there for some sort of reason. But she ends up just being called upon by one of I think it's a pastor or someone that was at the church, and they were like, are you here for the job interview? And she just instantly said yes. Even though she is not Catholic, she is a part of the community. She's gay, you know what I mean? So, and obviously being religious, this is like a very touchy subject for me because I'm not religious, and I get really uncomfortable even just talking about religion. But I still really, really enjoy this book somehow. I think it was just fantastic because, so she's just like, she just jumps to it. She's a very open-minded person, I guess, clearly going through some shit. Mentally, there's a lot going on in her life, physically, emotionally, socially, you know what I mean? I can't really give much away, but she goes to this job interview and she ended up just taking the job, and she has to, well, she doesn't have to, but like, she chose to keep her sexuality private from the church, which, sorry, this is really hard for me to talk about. She chose to keep her sexuality private from the church, ends up going to work every day, actually enjoying it, but then there's so much shit that goes down because she realizes that she's filled in the job from someone who actually passed away. So I'm pretty sure this person is one of those people that's like a receptionist, an event organizer, and she's on her computer, Gilda's on her computer, and she notices she's getting all these emails directed to the lady that passed away. And because Gilda is being Gilda, she replies to all these emails pretending to be this person. And then for weeks upon weeks, she's conversing with this person. Little does this person that's emailing Gilda know, like, she doesn't know that the person that used to work there has passed away. I forgot her name, honestly, it's been a while. So a lot of crap goes down, and in the midst of it all, while the emails are happening, one of the main guys that works at the church, I forgot his name, he's very paranoid, and he's trying to work out, you know, why she's been killed, you know, because everyone, he also thinks that she was actually murdered. Can't say much else, but yeah, he's very paranoid, but also Gilda is onto him as well. Gilda is questioning him. So much happens. I can't say any more. There's just a lot that unfolds, and it's chaotic. If there's any one word that you can describe this book, it's chaotic. But it's also sensitive and fun and a whirlwind. You know what I mean? I really, really enjoyed it. I gave it 5 stars. Emily Austen is now one of my favorite authors, and I'm very excited to continue reading any of her other books. Very excited, very, very good book. I just realized, like, all of these books that I'm reading have such long titles. It's crazy. It's a mouthful. Okay, so the next book that I read was The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Mandana. I gave this one a 4.25 stars. Upon reflecting though, I feel like I could have given it a 4.5. I actually really enjoyed it, and I read this in a whole day as well, one whole sitting. I was heavily influenced by the fact that October's coming. Obviously it's here now, and I was just so excited because I'm very witchy myself. Anyone that knows me personally knows that I'm very spiritual. I'm very connected to all of that sort of thing. I'm very connected to all those kind of things, and I was so excited reading this the whole time. I just felt like this was one of those books that just kind of, it's just sweet. It's sweet. It's fulfilling. It's got a little bit of that fantasy. It's got a little bit of spice as well, which I actually didn't expect, but I found it was really pleasing as well. I was picturing the main guy to be, I can't remember the actor's name, but he plays Christian Grey in all of the 50 Shades of Grey movies. And then I was picturing Simone Ashley as Mika. So this one was also another book that I had read on Audible. So I kind of want to buy the physical copy so that I can like reread it and tab it, because there was a lot to unpack, and I found there was some really sweet moments, like when they were doing their spells and everything. Like a lot happens. There's a lot of traveling involved, which is really cute. We kind of get a little tale of, you know, why she is the way she is. And then there's a little bit of a plot twist at the end, which I thought was really cute. So pretty much from what I can remember, Mika is a TikTok personality. She had previously had a channel on her, she had previously had a TikTok channel where she would upload videos of her doing like fake witch videos. She constantly told the public that it was fake, even though in reality she's actually a real witch. And pretty much she gets an email ad or a letter, I can't remember, from someplace saying witch wanted, and she didn't really read. I don't know if she read anything else. She might have. I can't really remember what was said on it, but they were looking for a witch to kind of like live with them, to teach them, like have a witchy tutor. So because there are 3 adopted children in this manor kind of vibe at this house, and the person that adopted them is never really around. I can't really say much. And there's like a housekeeper, there's another witch. Oh no, there's like 2 housekeepers, and then the guy who I was picturing as Christian Grey. I can't really remember why they were all there. I'm so sorry. I still think about it though, which was really cute. And pretty much they really wanted someone influential for the girls, and one of the girls, I mean, oh, you know what? You know how little girls are. If there's someone that comes into their own home that's motherly and is trying to educate them, sometimes it might be a little bit sensitive for some of the kids. So obviously there's a little bit of rivalry, etc. But it was really cute, found family vibe. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I can't really say much more, but I found it was really cute. It was giving that October-esque kind of vibe, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, the next book that I read, this one is Harry Potter and the Order of Phoenix. I gave this one a 4 stars. It is a chunky little bub. It is so chunky, and look at little Snape on the back. It's so cute. And then just look at the little thestrals. I just can't, like, I actually love the designs. Like, very grateful for the designs. Very grateful for the is it illustration? Is that what it's called? I don't know. So this is the 5th book in the series out of the 7. And I can't really say much more, honestly, because it's a spoiler. But I mean, who hasn't seen Harry Potter? Who hasn't read Harry Potter? Pretty much this is where we get an insight into meeting Luna Lovegood, and she is a fan favorite as well. My little Aquarius, I love her so much. She's our Lady Ravenclaw, and we see a lot that's unfolding. You know what's my favorite part of these books? Obviously them being at Hogwarts, but I just love how whenever they're with the Weasleys, like prior to going to school or in the holidays in general, I just love the vibes when Harry's there, when Hermione's there, and they're all just quiching it up in the burrow. I just really enjoy it. Pretty much it starts off with them being home for the summer holidays after school ends, and all of a sudden these Dementors come. These Dementors have come. We were introduced to the Dementors in the third movie / third book, and yeah, they come and they attack Harry. So of course he has to use his powers, and obviously it is strictly forbidden for underage wizards to use magic outside of school, and because he's not of 17 yet, it was illegal, even though he was defending himself. Yeah, I gave this a 4 stars. I don't really have anything else to say. I'm sorry, the cat, like, she just... Whenever my cousin who I live with isn't here, she goes nuts all day. She's like... And it's just like, enough, Jamie, fuck, no. Okay, the next book that I read was Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. I loved this book. This book needs to be framed. I'm so excited for the second book. I cannot stress this enough to you guys. You need to read this if you haven't. I know I was a kind of tiny little bit late to the party, but I just cannot get enough of this. I still think about this to this day because I don't know if you saw, but I had a reading vlog of me, and it was just a full-on Divine Rivals reading vlog of me reading this book, and you can see my reaction at the end. I was completely flabbergasted. And that's also what I said in my Goodreads. When I did my review, I was like, I am very flabbergasted, or something like that. Like, it was incredible. It's a 5 stars. It is a 5-star book. It is so beautiful. The main source of communication pretty much the whole time is writing letters. There's a war going on. It's a fantasy. It's not too fantasy-ish, like it's a little bit. I was getting a little bit scared most of the time reading this. Towards like the end especially, I was freaking out the whole time. It was a nail biter. It was an absolute nail biter, pretty much. It's an enemies to what is it? It's an enemies to lovers novel between Iris Winnow and Roman Kitt, and they start off their story together working at the same place. They were fueling the fire, being rivals, etc., trying to get the same position at their job. A lot goes on. A lot of character development, world building is happening, especially in the start. Yeah, and it's just so sweet. There's so many sweet moments where you're just like, I just want to eat this book. I just want to eat it up. I want to ingest it so that it's like ingested into my veins, you know? I cannot say more because it's just, it's a complete spoiler if I do. So 5-star, I really enjoyed this. Thank you so much, Rebecca Ross. Like, my first Rebecca Ross book, and it won't be the last, that's for sure. The next book I read was The Guest List by Lucy Foley. This one was a 3 stars purely because I was listening to it on Audible, and majority of the time I was like, I know this is like such a stupid reason for why I gave it a 3 stars, but there was this guy and I hated his voice like so much. I could not stand it. He was like, and God, and oh God, oh look at you and your God. Like his voice, I was just like, enough. I was like, enough. I couldn't. And I listened to it in one day and I was just like, I hate this. I hate him. I actually still really enjoyed like working out why there was some shit going down. I kind of put 2 and 2 together the second that we were introduced to all these characters side by side. There's a wedding going on and so much shit happens. The title is called The Guest List. There's something crazy happens because one of the people on the guest list did something bad, did something a bit silly. And yeah, just a lot of chaos happens on the island. I can't really remember what happened, to be honest. That's why I also gave it a 3 stars. I was a little bit confused. There was a moment where like there was seaweed in their bed. I liked like the physical intimacy parts, like, yeah, that was kind of cute. I was picturing the guy from Game of Thrones. He is really hot. His name is something Stark, and he also played Kit in the Cinderella movie with Lily James. I just love him so much. Like, I pictured him as like the main guy in the book. Yeah, I can't really say much. I'm actually so disappointed that like I didn't really like understand what was going on. So that might need to be a reread. It might. Or I can just like watch a summary video of like the whole thing and then be like, oh, okay, I got you. Like a spoiler summary. Anyway, okay, that was the second last book. Are we ready for the last one? Because I'm excited. I'm like so excited. My eyes are killing me. I hope in this video my eyes don't look swollen. I don't know what's happened, but I'm just like the allergies or something. I don't know what's going on. Okay. This next book, this is my last book. This is Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins freaking Reid. Another Taylor Jenkins Reid book that I love, and I'm so glad I did because I can't believe I put this off for so long. It's the same as Beach Read with Emily Henry. I should have read it, and I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it, okay, love? I'm looking at you, and I'm ready to read you as soon as I can, all right? Yeah, I just really enjoyed this. I read this because it's coming into summer season in Australia. Like, it's getting so hot. And I heard that there was some surfing going on in this book. And obviously, look at the waves. Like, I'm just excited, you know. So pretty much, I hate Mick River with a passion. I hate him so much. Justice for June. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God. I really... Okay. So, I gave this a 4.75 stars. It wasn't a 5 stars in my eyes. Sorry, Tay, but it's just my personal opinion. I really, really loved picturing Nina Dobrev as Nina. I loved picturing... Oh, God, what's his name? Oh, my God, I'm actually so upset that I don't remember his name, but it's the guy that plays Billy in Stranger Things, and I pictured Chase something, the guy that plays John B in Outer Banks as Jay, and then I can't remember this girl's name either. Oh my God, I pictured the girl from do you remember Good Luck Charlie when she did date Spencer? Oh no, she dated PJ. Like, they were really cute. But she was dating Spencer at the same time Teddy was dating Spencer at one point. And they both got cheated on. And she's really bouged. And she's got brown hair and beautiful brown eyes. I can't remember her name, but I pictured her as Kit. And I can't remember... I don't have a name for this girl. But I was picturing this beautiful girl. For June. June was awesome. Mick River. He looks bouged. He's hot. But I'm going to be honest with you, his personality sucks. Like, what the fuck? But you know what? He does later on realize there is a reason for why he is the way he is. And there is a reason for why he makes the same mistakes as his parents makes the same mistakes. You know what I mean? Yeah, it sucks, you know, to be influenced by people like that, you know? But anyway, so pretty much there are 4 kids in this book that have grown up. They're all in their 20s in the reality. It's like set, like in the book, it's set in like the 80s, I think. Yeah, like 80s-ish. Beach vibes, so cute, set in Malibu. It's really bouge. June owns this lobster store. June is just this typical random innocent girl that's on a beach looking amazing, and then Mick River walks up to her and is like, you know, I'm gonna be a famous singer one day. I think you need to date me. Kind of that vibe. They get it on. They're so cute. One thing leads to another, you know what I mean? Then they have kids and it's really, really cute. They're married, and then all of a sudden, I can't say that. There's so many spoilers, but I'm going to say one thing. A triggering theme in this book is infidelity. There's little bits and pieces of flashbacks in this novel of both the mum and dad meeting and, you know, their quarrels, etc. And then we kind of see into the day, back to reality, like where we're up in the book in like real time speed, obviously in the 80s though, in that set time. We see Nina, the reason for why she's struggling, Hud and Jay, there's a reason for why they're struggling, and Kit as well. Can't say any more, but they have a famous dad for his singing and other shenanigans, which you will have to understand if you read the book. I'm really, really glad I read it though. It was a strong 4.75 stars for me. I really enjoyed it. That is it, guys. Here are all of the physical books that I have, plus the other books that I read on Audible or that are not here today with me. I really, really enjoyed it. I think 10 books is a good solid start from being back from a book slump. I really, really enjoyed my time reading in September. It was a strong reading time. I found I was reading every single day. I was also in the midst of reading Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros, but unfortunately I have not finished it, which I'm so upset, but I will be finishing that today, which is really exciting, and then I can add it to my October reads. So I'm really glad. It is really, really good. I'm loving it so far. I already know it's going to be a 5 stars. It's already a 5 stars in my eyes. But yeah, here are my cute books. Now we can really bring them to the front so you can see. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really enjoyed filming this video today, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you are new here, please click the subscribe button down below if you want to come and watch all of my videos. Turn on my post notifications, give it a like because it really supports my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. I have no idea what it is, but stay tuned. Bye!